Konnichiwa, everyone. Konnichiwa. Oh, Arkeo, thank you so much for the super chat. We have under your 5 below to get Koi Panion Squishmallows. Ooh, Squishmallow. That'd be so cute. I've had a couple of Squishmallows a few times. Hey, Vettel, good to see you. Welcome, welcome. Real quick, Konnichiwa. Josuiji Shinri from HOLOSTARS English Guild Tempest. Did you get a good shower? I did get a good shower. It was alright. Actually, no. It was okay. I was a little bit worried about the Twitter space itself, so I was a little bit focused on that more than the shower itself. The shiny smiley story? Yeah. Wait, shiny smiley shiny? I forget what it. Shiny smiley story. Yeah. I I don't know why. There's something about the like idol songs. I don't know. I think it's great. I think it's really good. I want to okay. Let's just start from the beginning. All right. So like 30 minutes ago, I just impromptu, I was like very sleepy and very tired. So normally what I do nowadays is I will stream in the morning and then I wake up and then like around 2 p.m. Pacific, 5 p.m. Eastern, I'll go ahead and take a nap because my brain just does not like want to function. But like I took a nap and then I woke up and I was still kind of tired. So I was like, wait a minute, no, I should probably like freshen up before like I stream again because I was gonna get very sleepy. So I was thinking about like, I should take a shower, but at the same time, like, there was a little thing in my head that was like, all the boys have like done their karaoke's, and like I'm the only one that hasn't done a karaoke. But like I don't want to put in the effort to put together a playlist and all that. So I was like, wait, I could probably just like I sing in the shower, right? So I'll do that. So I went live with on Twitter Space with a shower stream where I literally just went on and then I took a shower and then was singing karaoke in the shower while I was like freshening up. But yeah, I mentioned during the shower that I was trying to get permissions for songs. You should sing Left on Jen, thank you so much for the super chat. I was thinking about it. So I like need permissions to like sing songs. Especially if they're not our songs. But then I was like, wait a minute, this is taking forever, because I was like, I asked Manachan about the songs, and unfortunately it just got like it took a long time to wait, which kind of makes sense because Manachan has like a Manachan job to do. I didn't archive. No, I completely missed the setting at the very beginning. Yeah, encroaching onto Bettel's V space territory, right? Watch out, Bettel, you have competition now. An encore. I don't know if I could sing an encore. I'm not that okay. So the reason why I feel better singing in the shower is because the echo, the reverb from the shower walls. I missed this Twitter Space one. Thank you so much for the super chat. Thank you. Yeah, I will try to remember to archive it next time, but you did the shower stream quicker than Oga. He had to be convinced by his my sons. Aww. I don't know. I think, so the thing that I want to get to at some point is, I guess this does kind of lead into like the overall goal of what I want to like talk about. Do I sing really good? No. I feel like I still need to like have a lot more practice. I need to like, I need to like learn how to make those like mouth shapes and things like that. The acoustics are good in the shower. Yes, they really are. Like tears lost in the rain. It'll be a little special treat for the people who managed to tune in. But yeah, I don't know all the lyrics to all the songs, just mostly the boy songs, which there are only 2 of. So yeah. One day I want to sing Shiny Smiley Story like on stage for all of you. Keep waiting for him to boot up Minecraft. Okay, I'm trying really hard not to do it, not to boot up Minecraft. But like I do want to I do want to sing Shiny Smiley Story. I don't know. There's something about it. Okay, so like for me, most of the type of songs that I like are like more R&B, like I guess songs. I don't know. I guess generally they're considered like sad boy songs, but it's like easy to sing for me, right? Like half of it's like R&B, and then like the other half is like party songs. Like one of my favorite, like I don't even know what to say, like just general pop songs. Like whenever I go to the karaoke with my friends, my opener is always Diamonds by Rihanna. And if you guys don't know what Diamonds by Rihanna sounds like in my voice in this register, I hear that my friends say it's pretty good. But then like there's that, and then there's also like I want to sing All of Me by John Legend. That one was good too. I really like that one. Oh man, I want to like, I'm afraid of even like humming it because I worry about like copyright and stuff, content ID. But yeah, and then like as I get further and further wasted into the night, I'll start singing more like wilder songs like Timber from Pitbull featuring Kesha. I don't know how the songs are like titled. I just like, that's kind of how it shows up on the Spotify. So like I'll it'll be that, or like Party in the USA. There's a lot of like super, like, I don't know. I have no idea. I don't know how you describe it. 1,000 Miles. Oh my god. I could probably sing that. I could probably sing it. Rap. I wish I could rap. I wish. I've always wanted to learn how to rap. My friends showed me a clip of Tippy Toes by XG, I think. Is it XG? Yeah. I think Tippy Toes. And I was like, I could probably do that. And I could do like 2 of the verses, but then like beyond that, I don't know. But I don't know, it's weird. Like I have actually with me, it's on my PC. It's on my like folder of like songs that like I want to sing but I should not because I don't have the permissions for it. SPX, thank you so much for the super chat. Your one-on-one with Betty should be just drunk karaoke. Oh my god, that would be amazing. That would have to be an off collab though. Like I would have to be there in the room with Magni while drinking, because like the Discord delay, the lag on the Discord delay would be so disorienting. But yeah, that would have to be an off collab. Any Lady Gaga songs? Paparazzi and Bad Romance. But like those are like those are like end of the night songs. Like I have to sing those at the end of the night where it's like I'm just completely blasted, right? I want to like just even hum the songs, but I'm like afraid of content ID, so yeah. I don't know. Okay, this kind of like the whole I would kill for you to do a song with Callie. Oh, Callie Senpai. Maybe. I think Callie Senpai is like super busy. But maybe in the future, once I have like, I feel like I have to establish myself like as a singer first. I have to go and like practice with Hakka a whole bunch to like get even, you know, like originals out there. And then once I have originals, I can be like, look at me, I can sing. You know. So like I feel like I have to put a lot more practice in there, because you know I feel like I just need that what would you even call it, portfolio, repertoire, resume, something like that. Yeah. Bianca, thank you so much for the super chat. Your taste in karaoke songs is immaculate. It's very all over the place because I don't really listen to music, you know? Okay, so here's the thing. The reason why I'm a very like holistic experience kind of guy, if that makes sense. So like I don't really listen to music. I only listen to like music in the form of like like anime music videos. Like I don't listen to like artists. I'll listen to like one or two songs from an artist because like another streamer sang it, or like because Magni sang it once on his karaoke. Like I don't really have like a favorite artist because I like only listen to like a handful of songs. Like Joji, what is it? Glimpse of Us, right? That's the only song of Joji I know, and that's the only one I listen to because that's the only one I see repeated enough times by other singers, that other like VTubers sing, that like I just kind of like, okay, cool, like I'll learn that, you know. But like everything else, I don't know the rest of his songs. I know he's an incredibly talented performer and like creator. I just don't know. So this is why whenever someone's like, do you have a favorite genre, I'm like, which song did like Altair and Magni cover? Like it's probably like a handful of those. Would you sing King? Oh wait, I think that's the one that goes like left side, right side, how I'm looking. Wait, yeah, I think we have that one, yeah. Okay, so the reason why I don't want to sing King is I feel like I'm already very, very late. Very late. Like, it was a thing in 2020, right? 2021, 2022. And now it's like 2023. Like, I don't know. Everyone has done King. Is it still like a rite of passage? Because I feel like it's no longer King. I will listen to it. It's a tradition. Bring it back. Oh man, I wonder. Better late than never. I want to practice more songs. I need to get like a proper like a singing coach. I had a long time ago like a vocals coach, but it was more for like public speaking and speech and not for like singing, you know. Now the song is I Could Do It For You, Kermie. Shin Takarajima? I don't know that one. I'm gonna be honest, I don't actually know that much Japanese. I read the romaji and then I like listen to the song a whole bunch of times and then I like try to imitate the sound, like the phonemes that I hear, and then do that. Sing the girl songs? I would have to get permission. Oh my god, Ame Senpai's Chikutaku is in my mind like constantly. I don't know why. The chorus is really catchy. How does it go? Like Chikutaku, where the time go? Waku waku, how should I know? Like, I don't know. It's really cute. Like, I like how easy and like back and forth it is. Like the beats and the tempo is nice. Right? Like it's only just the chorus though. Like I don't remember the rest of the songs, but the chorus has been like bouncing around in my head. Fuji Ikaze. Ooh. I would have to see if I can get permissions to sing other songs that aren't like Hololive songs. It's built for rhythm games. Yeah. I even played the little rhythm game and it was difficult. I'm not that good at it. What about a live Daddy Daddy Do? I still need permissions for each time I sing that. Because like, I don't know, like permissions, just permissions, air quotes, parentheses, brackets, floating text, red neon lights above my head kind of thing, you know. There was another song that someone mentioned a while back, I think in the Minecraft stream. Half was the title, but like, I don't know. Half, and then like I forgot who the artist was. The title is the only one that I realized, but then I realized that I like could not search for a song with just the word half. But yeah, yes to Yakuza songs. I think we got permissions for Baka Mitai, and then did we get permissions for the other one? What was the other song? The Friday night one. Oh my gosh, it's still so early. Like we're just we're almost a month out. We're almost a month out. So didn't the official Twitter ask for cover recommendations? Oh, wait. You're right. I should go back in there and look at the replies. Wait, when was that Twitter name? Bestings, thank you so much for the super chat. Hi, Koi Papa. Can I get some comforting words? Hopefully the entire stream will be comforting and cozy. There's a couple of things I would like to talk about. Real quick though. 0.5 milligram from deep singing voice. Perhaps. Where was it? I feel like, oh no, it was a tweet. Yeah, that was it. Okay, so here's the thing. The problem is, because it's a tweet, it's impossible to search for. Wait, how would I even search for that? At Holo Live Pro _ capital E capital N cover ? Request recommendations, but requested recommendations are like may include, not must include. Yeah. I can't believe it's been almost a month. Honestly, yeah, I cannot believe it either, because it's like, I don't know. Like, it feels like I've been here for a lot longer, but at the same time, it also feels like we just started, and I want to like get into it more, you know? It seems like it's so long ago, right? I feel like part of it has just been, like, the boys, like Altair and Magni, being like so welcoming. Like, I don't know, it's been such a long time since I've had those moments where someone will just pop in and just be like, hey, I'm playing Fortnite, hop in. And that was it, you know? Like, it's been so long since I felt that way. Like, someone would just like casually drop in and say that. But like Magni has been so like welcoming of that and like accepting of us as like Vanguard. Same thing with Altair. So like, I don't know, it's just, it feels really nice. It feels like we like meshed in very well. So maybe that's part of it, you know? Maybe that's part of it, because we just feel so accepted that it just feels like we've always been kind of like together, you know? Actually screamed when I joined Fortnite. Was it really that much fun? Okay, so here's the thing. If I have to be completely honest, I think Fortnite is a little bit better of just like a casual pickup game than it is for like Apex or Valorant. Like, I feel like, okay, so I don't particularly like the way Apex plays right now, because like the meta, the way that people play, I don't like the meta, right? It's a lot of ratting, and I know like some changes have been made to try to like reduce that, but still it's a lot of ratting, right? But like, and then like for Valorant, I think is it's a little bit too intense, I guess. It's one of those games where kind of I have to focus and pay attention. It's a lot of like, in my head, I will like see someone at B, and then we'll be taking A, and then like I'll have to start mentally doing calculations for like, oh, okay, I'd like smoke off this area, but I have to do it in like 8 seconds because it takes them 6 seconds to rotate, and I need to wait for the 2 seconds for the smoke to land, right? And like I have to like keep a lot of those timings in my head, so like I can't really focus on having fun, you know? What does ratting mean? Oh, so in terms of Apex, like the community using the term ratting to be like to hide like a rat, where you kind of like hide away and you avoid fighting, and you just kind of like play very passively and avoid getting into fights. Yeah, it's basically camping. And you just want to wait until like everyone else is done fighting, and then you just try to like win that final team fight at the very end. Something like that. But I don't know, it's not that fun. It's not that fun. But Fortnite, on the other hand, I don't know, it's just really like silly, you know, with like the Kamehameha and like the Deku, the smashes and like the hammer thing. Like, I think it's just really silly that we can all pick up the game and just have fun, you know, like when Bettel decides to like pick up the car, just drive around doing like nonsense, like the John Cena. Right? Like, that's kind of what I think. It's how I played Battle Royale before I stopped for good. Wait a minute. There's a thing. I wonder if I can say it. Has Altair tweeted about it? Let me see if Altair has tweeted about it. If Altair has tweeted about it, I can talk about it. If not, then I think I might not. Okay, well, he did. Yeah, he did. Okay. Tarkov. Yeah. Expect to see us try that out sometime in the future. Tarkov is difficult. It's a very difficult game. Escape from Tarkov. That's a very difficult game. Oh my gosh. I tried playing a little bit of it earlier today, and wow, it is very different. It is very different. It's the way I would explain it would be like if you took Rainbow Six Siege and you just made the maps bigger. Because like in Rainbow Six Siege, like you can die from like a single hole in the wall or like an off angle by like between chairs 2 rooms away, as long as the person can see you, you know? Like that is the feeling that I get with like Tarkov, except the maps are just huge. Yeah, if you're not a military gunner like me, it's hard. I don't think it... See, here's the thing though. For me, I don't have many thoughts about the gun. Like for me, as long as it's like semi-automatic, I'm good. Like if it's semi-automatic, it's okay. If it's a burst fire gun, I'm probably not going to be very good at it because like I don't... The recoil is very difficult for me to control. And I don't like full automatics. So as long as it's like semi-automatic, I'll be okay because it's like, you know, just pew pew, you know? Guns or bow? I don't know if they have bows in Tarkov, but they do. I would love to try it. But oh, I think it has like... Okay. I'll tell a little bit of my experience to play today, right? I played today and I decided to play as a scav, which is a short for scavenger, I believe. And there was this one person that I killed because I happened to spawn inside like a long corridor of one of the maps. Terminal? I think the airplane one. That one. And then I spawned in one of the long corridors, and then I turned the corner because I heard footsteps, and then there was a person there. And then I was like, haha, shotgun. And then they died, and then I looted their corpse. And the thing that really made me like enjoy the game was they had a carton of orange juice, and I could drink that. Like you can just take a seat, lie down in a corner, and then take out your orange juice, and then you just like, or apple juice, and then you just take a sip of the carton of the apple juice. And like the fun part was like you can tell exactly how much of the carton of apple juice you would drink, because like you had the little the scroll thing, right? You can drink like 100% of it, or like 15% of it, or like 10% of it. I was like, you know what, like 36%. I'm gonna drink 36% of my of the apple juice, and I did it. And like the ASMR of like the little carton being opened up and the guy going like, you know, sipping it and then like closing it back up and going, ah, right? Very specific. Yeah, it was. I don't know why. I think it's because you have like a food/energy meter and as well as a hydration meter. And I believe if you are too dehydrated from say sprinting a lot or carrying a lot of food or carrying a lot of equipment or like eating food, it drains your hydration meter. And then when your hydration meter is depleted, you suffer negative effects. I don't know what those negative effects are though, because I haven't played enough. But like, I don't know, something about it was like, wait, I can do that in the game? This is great. This is great. I love it. Also, it's one of the very few games where like going prone is a bad idea. Like I can't find a good use for going prone. And it kind of makes sense because like not only do you hinder your ability to move around a lot, you just make noise constantly because you're like shuffling around with your entire body. Yeah. When an enemy stands in front of you while you're drinking juice, drinking intensifies. You're taking a sip and then you look over to the side and then you meet eyes with the enemies and you're like, oh, you just squeeze the rest of the juice down your throat and you like quickly switch over to your gun to try to shoot. Oh my gosh. Also, there's like a few things I have to learn. Like apparently as a scavenger, there are NPCs on some of the maps that are like other NPC scavengers, but like you're okay. You can shoot them, but you shouldn't because they mostly leave you alone or something like that. What if you lock eyes with your, oh my goodness, like there's an intense firefight, right? And then like there's bullets flying all over the place and you both like dive into a ditch, but you don't notice each other, right? So you like lie down and you're like, you know, reaching in, you're like, oh man, this is an intense firefight. So you go ahead, like you sip your juice and then you look over and then the other guy's there also sipping his juice and you lock eyes and you're like, oh man. I feel honestly at that moment, I would just kind of like hold the juice in my mouth, just like hold it right there, right? And then just like give him the little eyebrow thing, like, I'll let you finish your apple juice if you let me finish my apple juice. Like kind of like the little like that little head nod moment the guys have like in the middle of a war, right? You just kind of like, right? Exactly, a little gentleman's agreement. What a dumb meat cute. Oh, right. Oh, thank you for the super chat, SVX. Hey bro, can I get a sip of that? You're like, hey, I got like apple juice. Can I have some of your orange juice, right? I think that'd be really cute. A little Capri Sun standoff. You're both there with your little Capri Sun pouch with the straw in the mouth, and you're like, who's gonna make a sip first? You are very good at callouts on Fortnite. Does it come naturally to you, or do you have experience calling out such things? I used to play Fortnite a fair bit with a whole bunch of friends. And I wasn't necessarily the shot caller, but I was just like the guy who would be scouting and doing recon a lot for my friends, which is why it just kind of comes naturally. Well, it comes naturally as a result of practice. Be careful shooting scavs, ruin your scav karma, so if you kill too many scavs, all scavs want to kill you. Yeah, that's what I found out later. I heard Tarkov has a wacky limb health system. Yeah, I think like if you get shot in your arms, your gun is not as steady. Like you sway a lot more with the gun when you're trying to aim. If you get shot in your legs, it slows you down and you can't jump anymore. Either that or like your jumping is like severely hindered. Something like that. But I don't know. I've only played like 3 games of Tarkov. I've died in 2 of them and I've only survived in 1. I say survived because I didn't see anyone, but then the map timed out and I wasn't able to extract because I didn't know where to go to extract. Where do you go to extract? I don't know. It doesn't tell you. It just says like the little timer appears in the corner. You're like, you have to get out in like 3 minutes, but then that's it, you know. You're very good at the callouts. You make a good raid lead. Ah, thank you. Maybe. I did want to at some point, like if I ever do a casual Fortnite stream with the boys again, I think we're just gonna go ahead and like stream my point of view too, because unlike other games, I think Fortnite is one of those where if you have multiple points of view, it adds a little bit more to the experience, you know, like you can kind of see the silliness going on. Like if I'm standing on a hill and I'm watching Bettel just like run over 10 people, right? I can kind of see that. And like the experience is different than if you're in Bettel's point of view and then like watching him driving, or if you're from my point of view on the hill just staring at Bettel driving and then like seeing him like smash into trees and rocks and stuff like that. So I think having multiple points of view would be interesting to see. Especially for things like like early drops or like when we're like rotating, because you know, sometimes I think one of the big problems that we had was that we would get into a fight, like Altare and I would be up ahead and we would get into a fight, and then Magni would be way too far behind and wouldn't get caught up, and by the time he got caught up, the fight would be over. And I think like that's kind of like a little bit of a, we could have shown this on stream to you guys, but because our camera was off, you know, off screen, essentially, you kind of missed it. Give the fans what they want. Oh, I saw comments about the HOLOSTARS auditions being open. Yes, they are open. They are, I think the term is rolling auditions, question mark. It basically just means that they're always open. So if you, as long as you apply once every 3 months, I believe, is the like cooldown timer in a way. You can always go ahead and reapply. Yeah. Always open. Man, he was typically looking for weapons in those cases. Yeah. I wonder that. I wonder if the boys will play Tarkov tonight because we have it. Like maybe not on stream because I think we're all still pretty new at it. And I know it can be a little bit frustrating when someone they don't even have the handle of the game, you know. Oh yeah, good luck. If you guys are applying, good luck. I think in terms of like the audition, I kind of already told my story about it. I like, for the audition tape, I like tried to script out everything and like write down, you know, like this is what I want to do. And like, you know, for the first minute, I'll do this. For the second minute, I'll do that and things like that. But then like trying to script it out for me it didn't feel genuine. So I just kind of like did my thing. I was like, you know what? I know how to stream. I know how to live stream and be on stage, you know, and then just kind of like threw it in there. Do you have any advice for people applying? Be genuine, I think, is the only real advice I can give. And it's a little bit of a... Be genuine in the sense like, know yourself and know what you can provide to people, you know? Too much scripting leads to feeling less natural. I would agree with that. But yeah, what genuine means for you may be different than someone else's, right? But that's kind of the point. Like, you don't want to copy someone else. You don't want to be like, oh, you know, I can do what this other streamer does. Like, I can scream and shout and react at horror games, you know, like that kind of stuff, right? Don't like copy someone else. Be you, and honestly, that helps a lot because for all the boys here, we're all just kind of like us, you know, like even in the Discord, like the weird wackiness you see on the Discord, like every now and then we'll like tweet out a screenshot of like, you know, the Bettel's like good morning thing, right? He's like, help, wait, help, hello, and he like asterisks because he like typoed it to help first, like that kind of stuff. Like we are literally just the way we are, but like IRL too. So like, be like as genuine as possible, I think, is the way that I would say it. Having previous experience on streaming helps too a lot. Yeah, I would agree with that one too. Can people try even without much experience as a creator? I think if you are serious about applying to HOLOSTARS, HOLOSTARS English, if you guys are serious about it, I would go ahead and apply. Like, it's always open, so always go ahead and apply. But apply with the idea of it being a mere snapshot of who you are and not a representative of who you are, you know? I say this because like every single time, if you apply multiple times, like I did, I feel like your audition tape should reflect, your second one should reflect your growth as a creator in those 3 months, you know? It's like you put in one, it's kind of like, here's where your skills are right now. And then you wait 3 months, maybe you don't hear back and you put in a second one, right? Well, you want to show that you've grown, you've developed, you've like improved yourself in those 3 months. You're like, all right, here, you know, the first one didn't go well, but let me show you how much I've improved. Let me show you where my focus has been and how I've like grown as a creator. Yeah. You need at least a year of experience. I don't think there is... Personally, for me, I don't think there is like a hard number cap or like a floor, you know? Because it's really how much value you get out of it. I feel like if you deliberately focus on improving and being a good performer, being a good presence on stage, if you focus on that kind of stuff, you can probably develop a fair set of skills pretty quickly. I wouldn't say you would need an entire year for that. On the flip side, if, say, you only stream for about a year, but you don't really pay too much attention to it, you don't take it too seriously, it's like a little bit of a hobby and you just kind of do whatever you want and not really grow like your talents and skills deliberately, I think that will also reflect on your creation. If I remember right, you said you applied 3 times, so does that mean you're applying about 9 months worth of time with that 3-month cooldown? In a way, yeah. That's a good way to put it. May I ask, is there a training period? Training period? That's new. That's new to me. No, I have not heard of something like that. I've always heard streaming is tough, as you just talk a whole lot about input or someone to converse back with. Kind of, I think. Okay, wait, here. This is something that I kind of have my own, like, little take on. This is a very interesting part for me, because when people talk about, like, oh, streaming is difficult because you kind of have to, like, get, like, input or, like, converse back and forth with a chat or an audience, for me, chat, if you guys have been watching my horror gameplay live streams, if I had no one to stream to, I would still probably be doing the exact same thing. Like, I would still be diving into the lore, like reading things out loud and like getting my like fingers into the story and all that. Like, I would still be doing that whether or not I had people watching me, because I just love that. Streaming for me is a way to convey that enthusiasm I have of the game's lore to other people. Does that make sense? Like, I want you guys to catch that little distinction there, right? So like, I love getting really involved in the lore of the games, and streaming helps me share that. And where I have to work on is how I share that, you know? Is there a way that I can process the lore and simplify it in a very fast way that I can do it on live, like, you know, on a live stream, and convey that information to everyone else, you know? Or is there a way that I can prepare myself so that I can go into a game, not be like overwhelmed with even the controls or just the gameplay about it, but still be able to convey the story part, the part that I'm like genuinely excited about, right? So like, that's where my practice, that's where my training and my the deliberate focus and attention to detail comes in. It's just, how do I do that? How do I get that experience and convey it better, you know? So when it comes to, I know a lot of like beginning streamers have issues with like, oh, I can't stream because I don't have a chat, or I don't have people to bounce off a conversation with. And from my point of view, I don't know, like, I know my type of content isn't always the same thing, but for me, I know that when I'm creating this kind of content, I don't really need to have a chat, because I'm still going to be conveying that to you as the viewer, whether it is by a live stream or whether it is by watching my VODs, you know? Like, I still want to carry that passion I have for exploring the lore to other people, you know, regardless. So like, even if chat's very quiet, I don't mind, because from my point of view, I just assume like, okay, I guess you guys are also just as engrossed in the story as I am, and I'll just kind of hop back into it, you know? But yeah, so like, if you feel like you don't have, because I do know a lot of like streamer friends who struggle with that. If it feels like, oh, I don't have a chat or I don't have people viewing me, I still feel like you should be making good content, you know? A chatless stream incoming? I think that's kind of what my Twitter spaces are, because I haven't used Twitter space for chats yet, except for that one time where everything was crashing and then I just couldn't even read the comments on the Twitter. I learned something amazing today. I'm glad to be able to help out. Now, do keep in mind that this is like my experience, and I know that like my style of streaming and playing games is fairly different from others. So at the end of the day, these are what works for me, and I would say take the time to learn yourself and learn what works for you. in all sense of the word, you know. It's an incredible amount easier to stream with an active chat though. I believe it's like half and half. Like for example, whenever I'm playing, like let's say for example yesterday's stream with Minecraft, chat was moving at a fairly steady pace, so it was easy for me to just kind of like catch the general gist of the stories. Like I would ask a question like, hey chat, does this work? You know, like I want to build this with, you know, this type of stone, does it work? Yes or no? And then chat will kind of flood with all one answer of yes, you know. So I don't know, it's a little bit of a stylistic choice, I guess. I know some people like Magni. I know, like, for example, watching Magni stream, he just kind of, Magni and Bettel both, they just kind of are, you know? Like, it wouldn't really, aside of, other than the points in the stream when, like, chat just absolutely bullies Bettel, right? Like, besides those moments, right? They just kind of are, and they're just, like, having fun doing their own thing, right? Exactly, yeah, they radiate their own energy. And I don't know if, like, they're really, you know, paying too much attention to chat because they're just having fun and like giving you guys a show, you know? So there's that. And then you have like on the flip side other streamers where you like do pay more attention to chat and kind of reflect and bounce off of what you guys say. So I think it really depends on the type of style that you're going for as a streamer. Ananda, thank you so much for the super chat. Hi Shinri, watching this will get my hair colored. Love your streams and hope you're having a wonderful evening. Oh, thank you, thank you. Hope you're having a wonderful evening as well. Thank you so much. Both types of chats are nice. Yeah, chats are along for the ride. Sometimes the rides are a little bit chaotic. But yeah. It's cute when you see a scary thing and you're like, hello there. Is it weird, chat? Is it? I think like for Visage, Madison, Mortuary System more likely. Like, is it weird when I see someone like, okay, like the Mimic and the Shadow Man and the Lady in White, like they're just kind of scary. They're supposed to be scary. But for me, it doesn't really get me because it's not like an overall experience, you know, like, like, I guess like, wait, I have to think about this. I have to think about why. On but cute, Obi-Wan type of energy, I say hello to. I guess, for me, because when I play games, I'm like I want to be observant. I know I'm not always observant in like the best ways. Like sometimes the simplest things will like skip my mind and I'll see it and I'll like miss it, you know? I know maybe that's why, like I will notice those like spooky moments unless I'm like very busy. Like I think I caught almost every single jump scare except for one during Mortuary Assistant because I was too busy focusing on getting the names into the system. And then like I missed the scene where I tried to get the body to stand up and then I tried over and over again, didn't work, went to actually go work on it, then the body stood up and then I missed it. I don't know, but I think it's because I try to be more observant because I want to catch things that I like notice those little jump scares before they happen, you know? So like when I see like the Mimic standing on top of the shelf, like I've already noticed them before I finish walking down the hallway. So the whole time it's just kind of like, I've already seen you. What are you still doing here? You know, like go back home, put on some clothes, you know? Going back to the other topic, do you have to be a streamer to be a holostar, or could you just be an artist or like a singer? I don't think you have to be a streamer. I think you can just be a content creator that's able to convey content, create and convey content in a positive way for viewers. Cute, but couldn't be me. He's just a little guy, right? There were, okay, to be honest, the very first time I played Mortuary Assistant, it did get me a couple of times. The one that got me the most was... there's a very specific jump scare where if you are working on... if you're working on the juice, on the body chemical juice, there is a section, okay, two things need to happen. One, you need to be working on the body juice. And second, all of the items must be in their original positions, i.e. not randomized by Zoe. There's one jump scare that comes up where you are working on the juice and you have to go pick up 2 of the bottles. And that requires you to be turning and facing away from the body to pick up the bottles out of the cabinets and then turn around like almost 180 degrees back and forth, right? And that's where you pour in the chemical into the exsanguinator. I don't know how you say that. I don't know what the device is called, that machine, right? There is a very specific jump scare that happens in that moment where if you turn around, grab the juice and you turn back, there is the embalming pump. Yes, yeah, that one. In that step, there is a jump scare that happens where you'll see the body standing up behind the body. So like, you know where the gurney is, when you're like holding onto the gurney, the handle, you'll see the body standing up and there'll be a copy of it, like standing looking down at itself, and then it'll rapidly turn its face to you. That is the jump scare. It's a very specific one that only happens in that moment, but that one absolutely got me. Like that one, that terrified me. Hakka got that one. Ooh, I'll have to go back and see that one. The body double one. Yeah, that one. I think I can, like, the reason why that one scared me the most is because in my mind, I kind of mentally check out like what there is in the room. Like, I know that there is a shadow man. I know that there is the mimic. I know there is the lady in white. So I can already anticipate 3 demons at the very minimum, right? Plus the crunchy one that only shows up when you burn the body or when you're carting the body out back into cold storage. The crunchy one that sticks up by the little pillar, right? So I can kind of anticipate those. And I also know the body is probably going to be doing some funky stuff too. So like there's 5 entities there, right? So I can kind of anticipate that. What got me was the fact that the body would double itself and the spirit would show up as the body itself. And that unexpected 6th entity, quote unquote entity, that is what really got me, because I wasn't prepared to account for a 6th person there when they appeared. And yeah, that's what scared me. I saw fan art of you yelling at the mimic to get down from the shelf, saying it was dangerous. It was very cute. Yeah. Because they're just kind of there. Like, have you ever had those moments where you're like trying to scare your parents, right? Or like you're hiding inside. Okay, so this is like what my friends and I used to do. We used to go into those department stores and like the really big coat hanger rings, where it's like where you hang up clothing, right? But the coat hanger itself is shaped like a ring. You would like dive into it and like hide in the center where all the t-shirts are, right? Yeah, you would hide in those, right? And then you would scare each other, right? But like there'd be moments when like you don't get inside fast enough, where you pop out too slowly and you're just kind of like halfway in and halfway out, and you're like, so this is an awkward moment, right? Like those moments, like that's what I feel like. You know, so when I see like the shadow man hanging on top of the lights, like very awkwardly, I look at it and it looks at me and it's like, well, this is a predicament. I have to work. You need to get down there and you have to go away. Like, sir, please come down from there. It's making both of us strange and awkward here. You know, I used to get scolded for that. Exactly, right? But like, you know, they're not doing it mean. Like in a rude way, right? They're just, this is now a predicament. But yeah, Demon Chan just doing the job. I wish. Shinri is the perfect person to be a teacher at Monster from. I don't know about that. Most VTubers I watch don't get spooked by it, but I don't want the fake grandma voice. The false sense of comfort is not cool. I can see that, yeah. For me, I don't think it really registered as a scary moment when it comes to those like cliches. What's your favorite horror cliche? Mannequins. Zero hesitation on that one. It's gotta be Mannequins. I hate Mannequins. Like when I'm playing the game, I love them as a horror trope though. Like they're just so good. I don't know. There's something about how unnatural they move, how jerky some of their motion is, how some of the ways that they're presented is like a very subtle way, you know? I am scared of them, I'm terrified of them, but I like them in the sense that they're like probably one of my favorite horror things. Like they will always get me. That's why I don't like them, you know? Marionettes, depending on what they look like, I think some marionettes are very pretty. Like they're just very, very pretty. So like I could not be scared about them. It would have to depend on the context that they're presented in. Konnichiwa Shinri, what is the absolute scariest game you've ever played or watched? The scariest game that I've played would probably have to, like in recent memory, would have to be a Vietnamese indie horror game called The Death. Tan Chung, I think? Tan Chung, something like that. It was a Vietnamese indie horror game. The reason why it scared me so much was because it was very claustrophobic. The rooms are very small. The turns are very tight. The corners are like right there. And I think like this, the feeling of crampedness is what added to the experience. That one got me a lot. Mm-hmm. If you just type in like Vietnamese horror game and then search for it, it should pop up. Didn't we talk about it like 4 days ago? Yeah. I think we talk about a lot of horror games here though. Ooh, Yuga, thank you so much for the super chat. I think there's an old horror movie about possessed mannequins. Forgot the name though, but I was very spooked by it as a kid. Ooh. Yeah, Astra, that's the one. That's how you spell it. And Belly, thank you. Yeah, that's how you spell it. Have you played The Thing? I've seen the movie. I don't know if I've played the game yet. Are you having the enemies to lovers arc? I don't know. In my experience, almost all mannequins are inanimate objects, so it's not like you can have like a lover. Like you can't love an inanimate object, right? Like you can feel like you can like inanimate objects. I don't know if you can like fall in love with an inanimate object. I'm not sure about that. Not with that attitude, right? Is that a challenge? The one Twilight episode about the woman in the mall, the mannequins. Ooh, yeah, that one is good. The Twilight Zone. I think of my I want there to be more like Twilight Zone-esque shows. I know like Black Mirror does it very well. But I feel like there's a lot of emphasis on just technology and how technology can go out of control. I want there to be more of like just scenarios, you know? Like I just want there to be scenarios that are eerie and off-putting. A Shinri podcast where he talks about spooky stuff. I mean, that's basically just my Zatsudan, isn't it? You can just open me up in a tab and leave me in the background and I'll just talk about spooky things for a little while. Oh, speaking of love, why is Flay asking you about your favorite type of girl? Is he trying to set you up? Does he want a new mom? My favorite type of girl? Like, I think Flay, I barely vaguely remember Flayon asking me that question a long time ago, but I don't remember the context of it. My favorite type of girl is just girl. I'm assuming the context is like in terms of dating, right? Slime girl, it was during the stream. Zombie girls? Oh, would you date a robot? Oh, that's right. He's been asking me like if I would date like fictional characters in alive parentheses optional. Has a pulse parentheses optional, right? What do you think about Weeping Angels? Love the concept, don't like the way they kill. I love the concept of weeping angels. I do not like the way they kill. I don't know, it seems like a cop-out. Just kill me, you know? Like, just go ahead and kill me. Don't do the silly timey-wimey thing where you, like, send me back into the past and then you eat off my potential energy but still let me... No, just kill me, you know? Like, I don't need that, right? Because see, here's the thing. If I get killed by a teleporting mannequin, or a mannequin that moves so fast that it's basically teleporting, right? That can only be stopped by looking at it because it causes the quantum wave and it makes it so that they are, the perception of them, like, freezes them into, like, a place, right? No. Because here's the thing, chat. Okay, here's the thing. Let's say you do get caught by a weeping angel, right? And then you do end up getting sent back into the past, right? I don't have time to learn all that new stuff now. You know, like, one, there's no Twitter, there's no YouTube. Like, my phone probably has about like 12 hours of battery left before I have to recharge it, but I'm not going to be able to recharge it. Technology hasn't been invented yet to recharge it. So what would I do? I would get so bored. You would go there and you'd be talking with the people there, and like, let's assume the best case scenario and we're all speaking English, right? I won't be able to understand their accent, right? Because it'll be like old, you know, ye olde English, you know? So like, I wouldn't be able to communicate with them very well, and I'll be like, hi, I'm Josuiji Shinri from HOLOSTARS English Guild Tempest, and they'd be like, they'll respond and be like, what? We don't understand you. Like, what are you saying, right? And then like, there's no television, there's no internet, you know, there's no webtoons, there's like, what is there to do, right? Like, you go about and then you farm the land and then you just watch it grow. Like, come on, like, no, I don't have time for that. Ye olde lore, I wouldn't be able to read. There wouldn't be any lore because like, there would be such a small population of people who were literate and able to like write things that the books would all be kept inside like those like the churches and temples and like castles and stuff, right? Exactly, like, I would get so bored. What would people do before electricity, right? They would burn candles. How do you get candles? You melt tallow and get like beeswax. But do you know how difficult it is to try to farm beeswax to make candles? Oh my goodness, right? Weeping angels, if only they isekai you, but they isekai you into the real life like version of the past where it's not that fun. And it's just kind of sad because people get dysentery and you don't even have clean water like 80% of the time. You know? Become a storyteller. That's what I'll do. I'll retell them the story of my time here at Guild Tempest, and they'll just be like, man, this Shinri guy, he's got wild imagination. I'm not even sure they had the word for imagination back then, but you know. Become something like Nostradamus. Oh, that'd be a lot of fun. That would be a lot of fun. Like, I would leave very cryptic. No, I would have to be like extremely descriptive, right? You can talk about the koi fish. Smallpox is a deadly disease. Ah, oh, yeah. I don't have to worry about that. You've got some funny words, magic man. You're lucky. You could end up with the one guy who sent a single generation before his natural one. Oh, that'd be terrifying. Can weeping angels yeet you into the future too? I don't think so. I don't think the mechanics of them were fleshed out that much. They were a lot more terrifying when we didn't know about them. But after, I think like because of how popular they were, they got a little bit too many episodes, and then it just became like another power hungry creature that feeds off unlimited time energy, whatever that means, you know. I hear webtoons. It's okay. Okay, hang on, chat. To be fair, it has been a while since I've kept up with webtoons. Let me see, what was the last one that I was reading? The last one that I was reading, I don't remember. It was about this orphan girl who was like adopted by this like noble family, and like she has this like pet that turns into a human, or no, a human, like a demon lord or something, that turns into this really cute cat. I don't remember that was a while ago though. That doesn't narrow, right? It's very generic. It is very generic. That's basically all, like half of webtoons. Yeah, I realize it's not that. Gently Raised Beast, is it that one? Let me see. Is it? Yeah, it is this one. That's the one. Episode 1. Yeah, this is the one. That's like the last one I kept up with, but just a long time ago. Have you ever read Junji Ito's? Oh my gosh, I love this stuff. I think I read almost all of them. The only one that I didn't like, I liked them all. I liked Uzumaki. I liked the holes. This hole was made for me. I liked the one with the balloons. That one was eerie. The like super inflated head, where like that had like those strings that would like hang you and like float you up. That one was really scary. I didn't like that one, or I liked that one, but it scared me because there was the sense of like you can't go anywhere. There's no way to escape. Like it's going to find you, you know? Like that was like really, really spooky to me. Oh, Sweet Home Enjoyers. The holes one, yeah. So I think this, for me, the scary part of the holes one was the very specific description of the dream, where the main character, the protagonist, was like, I had a nightmare. I was, what was it? There was a person, like a random like stranger, like a random person who went into the hole before everyone else did. Like he took his clothes off, he jumped in, it's like, this hole was made for me, and then he jumped in, right? And then the main character is having a nightmare. And then the nightmare is like, oh, I dreamt I was that person, except the hole like started to compress. It was like angled and chiseled in a way that you could not back out ever again. You could only move forward. And as you moved forward, you could feel the cave walls slowly stretching your neck, or like your arms and joints slowly being twisted because, you know, the cave walls were contorted in a way that you wouldn't be able to, you know, stay a human shape, right? The one-way hole, yeah, that scared me a lot because I am a little bit claustrophobic, and the idea of like, not only just like the discomfort of like you have an itch, right, in your back that you can't scratch because your arms are locked into place due to the hole, right? The Nutty Putty Cave Nightmare, yeah, like no thank you to that, no thank you, hard pass. End of the nightmare, the hole shifted due to an earthquake, so they got stuck. Yeah. I might regret this question, but you know there's going to be an anime of its work. What do you expect from it? I expect it to be alright. I don't expect it to be amazing, just alright. I personally think it's okay for me as a fan of his works if it's not like 100% accurate. Because in my mind, an anime of the works would simply expose his content to more people who normally would not read the manga, which means that, you know, if someone watches the anime and then thinks to themselves, wow, that was really interesting, like let me see what the source material was like, and then they go back and read the manga, I think that's a victory. I think that's a win, you know. So I don't really mind it too much. I know that there's a group of people who have like very, very high expectations, and I think while it is understandable that you would have high expectations, keeping them reasonable is the better option, because I know that people have high expectations because they love it. You know, like it means a lot to them, which is why they have those high expectations. But at the same time, you know, it's just another way that that story is told, you know. But yeah, that's what I would think. Isn't that what mostly anime basically advertisement of the source material? I think so, yeah. I believe the first step to his work. Yeah. Not quite the real experience of reading the manga though. Absolutely. This is kind of why I think it's a good thing. You know, if someone watches the anime and they check it out and they're like, wait, that was a really good story. I like the story, or I like the concept, the fear factor of it was really interesting to me, right? And then they can go check out the actual manga themselves, you know? I think that's really cool. Me with Pandora Hearts, anime was okay, but the manga was great. Exactly. Did you know Junji Ito is a really goofy guy IRL? I've actually never met Junji Ito or seen anything. The only thing I've known of Junji Ito was when he announced that he was becoming a VTuber, I think. And I saw like a little bit of Junji Ito as like on a podium just talking about like his content. And then the collab that Junji Ito had with Magic the Gathering, where they had some cards that are like themed after I don't think he's becoming a VTuber. I think he just like had like a little promo bit as a VTuber, but like he also worked with Magic the Gathering to have like Junji Ito themed cards. And beyond that, I don't know too much about him like IRL. Yeah, the Magic the Gathering cards look so good. Oh my god, it's really good. It's really good. I would check it out. If you love his art, absolutely check it out. He's an absolute goofball IRL and should look up to interview with him. I'll have to check it out. Yeah. Cute. Thank you so much for the super chat, Shinri and chat, hydration and smile check. Ooh, good point. It has been a while since I've sipped on the coffee. I'd like to pour myself some real quick. Junji Ito no Oshi, right? Are you a Magic the Gathering fan? I have a very close friend who wants me to get more into Magic. I just don't have... Okay, so here's the thing. Oh no, this is just regular coffee. It's not spicy coffee, not tonight. If we play Fortnite again, maybe, but no, right now it's just regular coffee. I have a very close friend. They have been trying to get me into Magic the Gathering a lot. But here, let me explain to you, chat, my dilemma. Let me explain to you my dilemma. One, I don't have physical Magic the Gathering cards, okay? The only cards I have are like very, very old Pokemon cards from like a long time ago, somewhere in a shoebox back in Xenokuni in my like parents' home attic, where they like shoved all the stuff in there after I left the house as a rodent. That's like the only cards I have, right? So when I want to get into Magic the Gathering, I have two things. One, I can get the physical cards, which I would love to because the art is amazing, absolutely incredible, okay? But I wouldn't have anyone to play with IRL, you know? Like, it's really difficult for me to like go and like make, like I can't go to like my local card shop and then you're like, hey, by the way, I'm gonna do a hand cam here while I stream me play Magic the Gathering with strangers at the card. You know, like that. Okay, so the alternative is to play Magic the Gathering Arena. And then I have the thought of, I'm spending real money for digital cards. And I feel like I would be spent, I feel like it would be better spent to put the money to like physical cards, but then I wouldn't have anyone to play with. But then if I buy the cards on Arena, they're just digital cards and they're not really cards. Like you don't get the experience of opening the packs, you know, like that little thing, the back and forth there. It's the gacha life. Yeah. See, here's the thing though, with gacha games, like you can still you can use them in the game, right? And you can like take screenshots and share those, right? I don't know though. It just, for me, I have that little back and forth. Stuck in the loop, yeah. Of the trading card games to get to, Magic is fairly easy to pick up. It does have a learning curve. It's hard to do if you don't have friends to teach you. I've been going through the tutorial of Magic the Gathering Arena just on my own. And I've been playing with like the default decks that they have. I think they're nice. The system is not too complicated, in my opinion. It seems fairly explanatory. I like how Magic the Gathering MTG Arena like visualizes to you how like certain phrasing is interpreted, you know? Like if you're not familiar with how words are used on Magic the Gathering cards, they're phrased very carefully so that they can be consistently applied in multiple use cases where different card effects will happen, and you want to know like how far does it affect, or like what conditions and what situations would they work in, right? So Magic the Gathering Arena makes that one a bit easy by just letting you know like, hey, by the way, this is not allowed. You can't play the card in that way because the wording of it, the effect is interpreted in this way, and here's how the game is gonna let you know, what you can and can't do. So I like that part. That part's very nice. Interactions when it gets complicated with the stack, first in, last out. Like, the way that I was taught was like, just visualize the cards stacking on top of each other. So the first one goes down, and then your response, your counter that goes on top of that, and then their counter goes on top of that, and then you work your way down from the top to the bottom, and then the last one will be the very first thing that goes out there. The wording is super important, right? So much time lost reading the rule interactions with my friends, but not playing. I think, like, honestly, the general gist of Magic, I don't think is very difficult. I think the difficulty part comes in just realizing how expansive the cards are. Like, there are just so many cards that you can play, like, you can go play with someone, and almost every single card in their deck, aside from the lands, could potentially be a card you've never seen before as a new player. And that's why I think it's intimidating to pick up. Which I understand people when they like ask, like, is it too late to get into Magic, you know? I can understand that kind of like dauntingness of, I have to read every single card to see what they all do, you know? So like there's that feeling, but beyond that, the actual gameplay itself, I don't think is too difficult. 40 years? Has it been really around for 40 years? Oh my gosh. That's incredible. That's a lot. Foil cards are very pretty. My very same friend, we watched the Unfinity, I think. Unfinity released like last year, where they showed off like the cards with the stickers. I like the Unfinity cards, like the little special things, like, oh, like depending on how many vowels the name of the card that you attach the sticker to, like it changes the effect or whatever. Like I saw that and that was really silly. I kind of think it's fun and I want to try it, but I don't know, it's a lot of like just the investment, you know. The joke decks, yeah. I was playing Arena online once, and I got my butt kicked by someone who was like straight up running a D&D campaign. Like there's a D&D crossover collab where you can make decks that are like D&D campaigns, and you can go through dungeons, and like if you survive a dungeon you can like roll for like additional effects on cards. I got my ass handed to me by this person who was just like speed running dungeons over and over again, like in the game of Magic. So I was there like trying to like manage my mana, like trying to manage like all the bodies I have and the tokens, and then this guy's just playing Magic on their own, you know. I think it's one of those like you have to build the deck around D&D and like the whole like exploring and progressing through the levels and stuff, but like when you do it's just absolutely hilarious. Yeah, the dungeon cards, oh my gosh. Oh man, please bring the shower karaoke back. Wait, what? Wait, Chad, did one of you guys record the shower karaoke? I will say if you did, like throw it up there again, because I forgot to archive it, so I don't mind if you share it again. Did someone? Question mark. Oh, look at chat going. I'm just sitting here just reading chat right now. We're innocent. Someone recorded it on Twitter. Ooh, Jeff Star, thank you so much for the super chat. Wait. Where is it? I want to see. Just at me at it. Honestly, just at me, and then I'll retweet it. Because I was hoping to have it archived anyway, because I told myself I was gonna record it. Or like try to record all the Twitter spaces anyway. But yeah, if you guys have it, like share that. I don't mind it. The intent was for it to be archived anyway. I just forgot because it was a very on the spur of the moment decision, so I just didn't pay attention to it. Do you consider yourself a good singer? No, I do not. I am not a good singer. I think in terms of like singing talent in Vanguard, at least, it would be Hakka, who has like the most like self-taught experience and an absolute incredible singer. Then Flayon and Bettel would be like tied with each other. And then like Flayon has like the vocal control. Like he's got the vocal control, and Bettel has like the spirit, you know? And then there would be me at the very end. That's how I would like rank our singing, you know? The cover, oh my gosh. Okay, so this is one thing that I wanted to mention about the cover. We didn't really have a chance to talk about it because it was like a debut cover. What I was thinking we should have done was probably wait for the cover. Like wait to release it. Maybe debut cover was not the best idea. I think the next time I would have done would be debut and then like 2-ish weeks later put out the cover. And the reason why I say this is mostly because I feel like I wanted to talk a bit more about it, you know? I wanted to talk about it, but like the debut came and then the cover came out and then the hype came out and then our collab and then our like regular streams, and like Manasan was like, don't do just chatting so early because like you want to get like people to be excited about your content. And I was like, wait a minute, does that really work? But like I had to like do mine early in the morning and all that, right? So we kind of lost the window of opportunity to really talk about the cover. And I kind of like mentioned it in passing here and there. Like originally I didn't want to put out a cover. I was like not fully confident in my singing ability. Like I am the type of singer that likes to get, you know, completely smashed with his friends during karaoke. Like just go to a karaoke bar, right? And like you have to specifically go to one of those Korean karaoke bars. Like, I don't know why. There's something about a Korean karaoke bar that hits different, right? Like, you have to go in there where you can't read the remote. You can't read the menu. Like, none of it makes sense to you, right? The only thing you know is, like, there is one book. It's, like, really sticky because it's covered in beer. And it's been, like, there for years, right? And it's, like, super outdated. But, like, you scroll through the list of song names you know. And then you, like, hit the number very carefully. And you have to, like, hit the confirm button with the green sticker on it because you can't like read the characters, but like, you know, green means good, so you're probably gonna go with that one, right? And you don't touch any of the other buttons because you don't know what to do, right? Yeah. So you have to go to those, and then like that's where I like to go with my friends, and then we just like have a time. It's very specific. It's a very specific thing because it's a very like it's a very clear memory because like my friends and I used to do that a lot before like the global panini happened, you know, like before that we would go like maybe like once a month. It was a lot of fun, and I miss that a lot with my friends, but not the panini, right? Yeah, oh my goodness. But no, like that was like a while back and I kind of miss it. And honestly, like it's really in the showers that I really get that chance to like just belt out dumb songs. Although like I can't drink in the shower, I don't want to do that. The good thing about having done the cover is that next time you'll be able to compare the second one with the first and see how much you've grown. Okay. So we can talk about we can talk about the cover a little bit. Next time, I think I will go and okay. So Hakka helped me a little bit with the song, just telling me like what I should be paying attention to and like what my focus should be. I think next time I will do something that I was a little bit afraid of doing this time. During the Danny Daddy Do cover, if you listen to me singing, you'll notice that it's just me. There are no harmonies. And the few harmonies that are artificially generated, which absolute props to my mixer for being able to do that. That was like incredible. I don't know how to do that, but they worked really hard on that. So lots of thanks to Leah, my mixer. But I want to take that little extra step and do the harmonies myself. I want to do that. I know like Hakka offered it to me, but I was worried about like not getting the harmonies down right, which is why if you listen to the Daddy Daddy's Do song, it doesn't really feel like weighty. It doesn't feel whole, right? Because it's missing a good chunk of the harmonies. And next time I want to do the harmonies too. And like I want to do like the main vocals, the harmonies, and like add a bit more flair in terms of just ad-libbing. I want to do that. But yeah, I think that's the next thing I want to do. That's kind of where like I felt like when I compared my Daddy Daddy Do to the original, it's kind of like it feels like it's missing something. I didn't realize how crucial the harmonies were to making the singing feel better, like feeling more like together, like in a nice package, you know? So that's what I want to try next time. Yeah. Honestly, having an ear for that feeling, the harmonies, even if it's just the feeling rather than maybe the notes, are already super great. I'll trust you get those skills quickly. I want to do better for you guys. That's all. As a Japanese speaker and singer, in the context of the cover, you just need to work on the Japanese phrasing. In terms of singing, you did a good job for our first timer. Thank you. The phrasing, yeah, that phrasing is definitely a thing that I have to work on. We have to like introduce ourselves. The Vanguard Boys, we have like a thing we have to do to introduce ourselves in Japanese, and it's like I need vocal guides on how to like do the right inflections and everything, but yeah, that's a lot of work. Idol arc incoming. Oh my goodness, I really mean it. Shiny Smiley story. I want to sing that in front of everyone on a stage if possible. Maybe like way off in the future when the Tempest Boys and I all have 3Ds. Like this is like just daydreaming at this point, you know? Way off in the future. I think that'd be a lot of fun. Okay, so here's the thing, chat. Here's the thing. You guys know what I feel about like my current outfit, right? I feel like exposed, you know? I want to like cover myself up a little bit. So like I'm thinking about like the designs for like if we got idol outfits, like what would that look like? I want like a nice suit. Okay, wait. My favorite like my personal little like flair on suits that I love, okay? For idol outfits, the shoulder things. The shoulder things. What are they called? Pauldrons? I don't think they're pauldrons. That's a World of Warcraft thing. But like the little shoulder things that the idol outfits have, epaulets, are those what they're called? Pants? Wait, let me search epaulets. Is that what it is? Epaulets. Yeah, those. Ooh, idol outfits with the epaulets. I don't know. There's something about it that just looks really good. It has like that extra like flair of like regalness to it. Oh my gosh, it looks so good. There's something about the epaulets. I just love it. What color would your outfit be? It would be my jacket's color. I think we have like official hex code for our colors. I don't remember though. You can wear a cape that goes over the shoulder. Exactly, right? The epaulets and like the half cape, the cropped half cape that goes over one of the shoulders. Oh my gosh, like I think those look really cute. I want to get one of those. I don't know, Chan. Like there's something about it that just adds like a nice flair, like a nice regal flair, and I just love it, you know. But yeah, that's what a Shinri night arc. It does have that like royal, like knightly kind of feel, doesn't it? Yeah. Shinri in an orange-black utapri suit, looking like a king. Oh. In the future, I wish. With the hair down, exactly. With the hair down. Oh, it's gotta be with the hair down. And then I could do like the really generic idol poses where like I have the microphone up to my hand. Like my left hand is holding the microphone up close, right? To my mouth. And then my right hand is extended outwards, palms open, like beckoning to you. I think I don't know. I just want to do all the like the really stereotypical idol poses, right? Like I want to do all those. I think that'd be really great. Kira Kira. Oh my gosh. I don't know, Chad. I'm excited. I'm really excited. I want to see more of it. I want to see that. I have no idea what our idol outfits will look like, because it's such a far away thing for us. You know, we're only about a month out. So for us, you know, like right now, these are all just dreams. And Moi Moi Koi in the idol costume, please. Aww, I should do that. Okay. Chat, hold me to it. Hold me to it. All right. In the future, when we get our 3D idol outfits, right? I will do the Moi Moi Kyun, and then like have. How would I wait? I bet I could add like special effects to it. So it's like, instead of hearts, it would be like a little splash of water, and that little kois would like float out from it. You know? I think I could add that kind of thing. If you get VR and Mokopi, ooh, and fan-made models, yeah. Could probably do idol poses. I don't even know how much those cost. I have no idea how much those cost. I think I could ask Altair, because I believe he has the most experience with VR at the moment. Because I would have to get the whole VR outfit. I would have to get the VR outfit. I would have to get the not the outfit. The VR, like the equipment, I guess, just in general, like equipment, right? I'd have to get one of those, and then I would have to also get the model itself, and then I would have to get the permissions to use the model. Oh, but it would look so cute. Okay, chat. If I were to get a 3D model, I want like 3 of them. You could thank you so much for the super chat, making a 3D chibi. No, it's okay. Okay, I want 3. I want a cute chibi one, right? I want a cute chibi one. I want one that's more of like a properly proportioned, like a low poly, like a PlayStation 2 graphics, you know, like a low poly one. I think the low poly ones are very cool. I just really like how stylistic they are. And then the third one would be like more of a full body, proper proportioned, like not, I wouldn't say like not realistic and not stylistic, but like, what's the word? Like cell shaded, very crisp colors, bright and like vibrant colors, cell shading. Yeah, so like those 3, I would want those 3. Like Final Fantasy VII style, not that low poly. I think a little bit more than Final Fantasy VII. Borderlands, oh, that would be cool. I want maybe like a general purpose 3D, right? And then like have shaders on it that give me that Borderlands style look. Oh, that'd be so cool. That would be so cool. Metal Gear Solid 1. Yeah, I think the style that I'm personally thinking about right now is Ame Senpai and Kiara Senpai's 3D models that they used during Dreaming Choo Choo. That song, the song that they sang together. That's the style I have in mind when it comes to like low poly. But Ichi's models, yeah, those are pretty good. Those are pretty good. I like those too. Yeah. They're like, they have just enough detail that you can tell, but they're also just like simple, you know, and not too like overly detailed with like trinkets and doodads and add-ons and all that. Been wondering, as an artist, would you get in trouble if we offered you models or designs? Is it disrespectful in a way? I would feel a way, especially if it's something like a full-on model. I would absolutely feel a way. We can ask for permissions on how to use that. If we're allowed to use it, I don't know. I have no idea. But this is like such a far off thing in the future that we've not even thought about it. I'll have to ask Altair, like, if he has any experience with it. Or maybe just the senpais in general, see if they have like any pointers. But I don't know. I've not asked. It's a very good question. I'll try to find out for myself. Small Hunter, thank you so much for the super chat. You're making my art brain explode. Good. We can all have our minds blown together. Blank, thank you for the super chat. Taskaru for the details. Now wait, Tisker for the details. Now drowning on imagination. I think it'd be really cool if it was like, you know those like hatch capes, you know? Bianca, thank you so much for the super chat. Excited to watch your idol journey. You got this. Thank you for the super chat. I can't wait, chat, in the future. Like hatch. The word is hatch, or the word I want to use is hatch, but like it's not. Is it that? Thatch, maybe? It's like straws that are like bundled together. And like you can make those as a hat or like a cape or a cloak to kind of hide you from the weather. That like the Ronins here used to wear a long time ago. Thatch, yeah. Those, right? So it would be that. I would like walk on stage and it'd be a thatch, and like there would be light directly shining down from the top, so you wouldn't be able to see because I would have my hat on, you know. And then in a smooth motion, I would take the hat off and then undo the thatch like cloak, and then underneath it would be my idol outfit. And then I'd be, I don't know. Sorry, I'm like geeking out, just like imagining myself like on the stage, just like walk up, be like super chunibyo, and like I would have that little glowing, like glowing eye or something. I don't know. My fist would be glowing, and then like the lights would come on, be like, poof, and then take the. I don't know. It's like it's a big dream. It's a big dream. I want to get to it at some point. RC, thank you for the super chat. Have you seen the HOLOSTARS outfit? What do you think of it? I think it's good. I like it. I like the HOLOSTARS outfit. The idol outfits are very nice. Chuny idol prince. I want to be Chuny, but I can't. I want to be. At some point, I want to be Chuny, but like, I just can't take myself seriously whenever I want to be Chuny. Like, I don't know. Like, every single time I try, it's weird. It's just like, I can't help but laugh, you know? Like, I feel like I'm already at the stage where I have that, like, the dad-like energy, where if I tried to embrace the Chuny, it would be embracing the Chuny in the way a dad would do it, you know? Like, not taking it too seriously, be like, okay, fine, you know, son, child, daughter, like, you want me to act Chuny, but I will be Chuny for you. But I wouldn't be able to, like, go 100% into it, you know? Be cringe but free. The thing, it's not even cringe, that's the thing. Like, it's not cringe. I don't think being Chuny is cringe. I enjoy, like, the character of being Chuny, like playing what's that term? It's a wrestling term, I believe. kayfabe, like the persona you have on the stream, right? I don't think it's cringe. I don't think it's cringe. Yeah, kayfabe. Yeah, right. It's not cringe. It's kayfabe, right? It's just the character that you're acting. So I don't think it's a cringe thing. But for me, I just can't take it seriously, you know? I can't take it seriously for myself. I can't act the kayfabe of like being chuny. I just feel old, you know? It is an art. It really is an art. It's like, it's really, like, I think kayfabe is probably like very, very close to like straight on acting. And almost like just like live performance acting, you know? I think like that's part of like the most difficulty and like the most admirable like talent is. It's just like you have to act, but you have to do it live. You know, it's theater. Exactly. Yeah, that's a great way to put it. It's theater. Did you feel old before joining HOLOSTARS? Hang on. Wait, let me see if I can get my bones to crack real quick. No cracking this time. I think I'm pretty like limber after the shower earlier. But no, I did feel old. Did you ever roleplay by yourself? I have had like daydreams. I don't know if I had like ever roleplayed in my head though. No crunch, young man confirmed. You heard it here first, folks. Shinri's bones aren't crunchy this time. He's a young 30-year-old man. Do you make a noise when you stand up? Oh my god. Oh my god. Why do you have to call me out like that? I do. Right now though, it's specifically making the noise when I get out of bed. Okay, it's not when I'm in a chair or it's like sitting down. It's specifically when I make when I get out of bed that I involuntarily make that noise, right? Too relatable, right? It's specifically that. I know it's going to progress bad enough that it becomes like chairs or even just like any position that's not standing or like lying down, like a transition between the shift will be like cause it. But for now, it's just lying in bed. But that's a man thing. It's like the half breathing out and the half groan. Absolutely, exactly. You're making me scared to hit my 30s. I wouldn't be scared of it. I would embrace it. It just becomes part of your like body, you know? To be honest, since you're a very empathetic person, I feel like acting would come naturally. You just need to imagine the thoughts and feelings of another. I do, but this is why I cry a lot on stream, chat. Like, okay, so spoiler alerts for Behind the Frame and When the Past Was Around, but like, I don't know, there's something about just like the emotional stories of like, okay, so for example, spoilers for Behind the Frame. The story of Behind the Frame is there's a painter, his name is Jack. He fell in love with someone that he met during a chance happenstance when he lost his cat. Looking for the cat, he goes around putting up poster signs looking for a lost cat. And then he just happens to run across this, you know, beautiful woman that he ends up meeting again during a random rainstorm. And these chance meetings happen to start, you know, becoming less chance meetings and more deliberate meetings where they hang out and they talk to each other and they just, you know, find that they both have a passion for painting, right? And then in one of his like most like selfless acts, I guess, or like heartfelt, heartwarming, I don't even know what the word is right at the moment, right? Like very emotional acts, he goes and paints the person he's in love with and like captures her beauty in a single moment in time. And then you play through the entire game as her trapped in that moment, you know? And like for you, like she doesn't age because she's a painting, you know? All the memories that she has, all the feelings, all the hopes, the dreams, it's just her captured in that one moment. And like the fact that you were able to play this as her just shows how much like love, care, thought, and feeling he put into that painting, you know? And I'm a sucker for that. Like, like it just makes my heart so tender when I hear things like that. Like, can you guys imagine just how much he must have loved her to do that? Like, oh, my Kokoro, you know? Like, when I saw that, because like at the very end there, you see at the in the corner, the little yellow splotch with the black letter J, but it's backwards. And then like and then the realization kicks in, you know, like the reason why it's always January 23rd. The reason why her resume never saves and never prints. The reason why she always eats the same thing for breakfast, right? It's because she's a painting trapped in that one moment, but it's the moment that meant so much to Jack that he put in all his feelings into it, you know? Like that is, like my heart melts. You know, I find myself crying more at beautiful moments than anything else. Same. And then, of course, after the game ends, I sit there alone in my room and I'm just thinking to myself, me and who? Me and who, Chad? You could even say it's art. Yeah. Being an empath sucks. I cry at everything. Honestly, yeah. But here's the thing though, like for me, I mentioned this a little while back, it's like I'm giving myself the permission to feel it. You know, I'm giving myself the permission to feel all those emotions now. So it's a little bit of a rough journey, but I don't know, step by step, right? Day by day. Watching horrors, no emotion. Watching cute scenes feels. Honestly though, to be more fair, like I watch cute scenes and I get the feels. I play horror and I get even more feels because I just feel bad for like some of the characters, you know? Like just the unfortunate circumstance that like Dolores went through in her chapter of in Visage, or like just the, you know, how poorly Rakan was treated, you know? Exactly. And George, like just because he was doing his best, you know, like he wanted to help Dolores. He like at the time they didn't have the medication or the treatments to help alleviate it, so he was just doing his best, right? And the horror is experiencing what life is like going through that and suffering those conditions, you know? Madison was so sad. Luca did nothing wrong. Yeah, like Luca's grandmother. I mean, like the whole way these ordeals and tragedies befell the Maxwell family is that it started with the grandmother, where she went out with her Albert. Elizabeth went out with Albert to go to a little garage sale, something very simple, you know. And Johnny found a book and was like, "I want to read this book. I want to buy this book." And then they went ahead and bought the book. Like, it's an everyday thing that you would never even think about, right? It's just, oh, you know, it's a scary children's fairy tale, but it's just a book, right? And then all of that starts happening around, you know, the Maxwell family at the time. And then it also happens again to Luca, where the family just, okay, to be fair, the murders were pretty, like, prevalent and widespread. So, like, maybe they should have paid attention. But, you know, still, you know, they bought a camera, and it just happened to be one that was cursed and haunted, and then Luca ended up becoming possessed by it, you know? It was technically Johnny's fault then. No, Johnny was like a 10-year-old kid at the time. You can't fault Johnny, right? I still can't over with the rat poisoning the fancy container that's asking for a mistake. That's the thing though, when we saw a clear look at it, it wasn't that fancy of a container. It was a tin of rat poison, you know? The fancy container, the fancy decorative designs, the way that it said winter white Earl Grey tea on it was not real. It was, you know, part of some of those, the visions and the hallucinations that you would get as part of the LSD effects in the water, you know? People blaming the child, right? To be fair, it's a damn good camera. Hey, if I could find a instant film camera with unlimited camera like photos, I'll take it. I'll take it. Even if it is haunted, I'll take it. Do you know how expensive those are? The instant film is like $40 for 10. Like, they're very, very pricey, so I'll take it all. Exactly, and it reveals secrets too. Exactly. We fail frame now? Oh my goodness. The book at the end though, oh my gosh. I want to actually go out and like find a collection of eerie and like just weird children's stories, you know? Because I know I've seen them. Just like children's horror story books that are like, when you see them, you're like, oh, it's like very cute, like cartoon thing with little animals on it. But then you look at the story, you pay more attention to it, and you're like, wait a minute, something's weird, right? And they're just like really, really messed up. Have you ever had an IRL spoopy experience? My scariest, like my only real spoopy IRL experience was this one time when I was like by these fields. How would I describe this? So you guys know like farming fields, right? It's kind of like farming. I don't know how I got there or where I was, but the way I would describe it was like a farming field. And if you guys have been around farming fields, they're generally like really large plots, like a couple of acres, and then the plots themselves are ringed with these trees. And oh, you know what? Here, let me go and just draw you a picture because it's a lot easier for me to draw. Where's my paint? Paint. Okay, so give me just a moment, chat. I know you guys can't see this, but I'm gonna draw this right now, and then I will share the image with you in just a bit. It was like farming fields, and each of the areas in between were lined with little trees. And sorry, chat, you guys won't see it, but I'm like scribbling this as fast as I can to like draw it. I wish I was better at drawing, but like you're gonna have to just deal with the little scribbles that I have with the thing. So I'm gonna take a screenshot of that and then throw it into OBS. Images, image, and then there. So imagine these to be like very, very big like plots for fields. The lines are kind of like the things that the tractors draw in the lines, okay? And then between each of those square fields are trees, all right? And the scariest thing that ever happened to me was when I was walking along those trees and I would notice something like here. Let me go ahead and draw like I would be here. I'm gonna use I'll use red to like show a person. I have to like figure out how to get MS Paint on here in the future so that I can also like update this in real time. I don't know what program Magni and Flayon use. Okay, so this was like the farming field plots with the trees lining it, okay? I'm in this picture, I'm the gray person, right? I'm just walking down between the plots on the tree lines, right? And I look over to my side over here on the right, and I see like a figure standing behind one of the trees, right? And I didn't really think much about it because it's cute, you know, like maybe it's just a jacket that's left there, or maybe it's part of a scarecrow or something, right? And then I walk past it, right? And then I turn around, and then from the other perspective, it will look the other way, right? So transform, rotate, horizontal. So it would look like this, right? So what I expected to see was the person still standing over here, because at this point I had gone past them, right? So if they were on my right, if I walk past and I look back, they should be on my left, right? But they weren't. They were still on my right. And for a moment, I had a thought of like, wait, did I really cross that line of trees? Like, did I really go over there? Because it felt like I had just reset back about 30 seconds into the past and seen the exact same thing. And the thing that was really scary was all the plots were plowed and tilled the exact same way. So I like, for a moment, I was genuinely like disoriented. I was like, wait a minute, I'm pretty sure I was walking north, you know? So like, that's the only like scary moment I had. When I went to go check and see what it was, there was nothing there. Like on either end. And I had to like take out my phone to like try to reorient myself on the map to be like, all right, no, I'm absolutely going the right way. But there was no one like standing where the red things were. But like that's the only like real spooky experience I had. Nothing scary, but it was just very disorienting, you know? They disappeared. I don't even know if they were there like real to begin with. But yeah. A glitch in the Matrix. Yeah, it was probably just one of those. So I wouldn't say it was like a scary moment, but it was just one of those like moments where like you question reality a little bit because you're like, wait a minute, did I just see that? Did that happen? But yeah, what did they look like? It looked like a person wearing a jacket, but it was one of those like puffy windbreaker jackets. The ones with the little square patching on them, they're like very common windbreaker jackets. So when I saw them, I really didn't think too much about it, you know? A ghost would trip. Yeah, I don't know. Something like that. It wasn't too scary though. It was just kind of like perplexing, I guess. That happened to me when I was driving once and I was shooting myself. Oh no. Fun fact, I grew up on a farm. There's a myth that when farmers went to metal tools, they cut the spirits of the land's time with the pasture acres, so they only thrive into tree lines. Oh, spooky. Maybe that's why I was by the tree lines. That's eerie. Is this like the have you dreamt of this man? Oh, I've seen the poster. I've actually never dreamt of that man, but like I've seen the face. The face is very eerie. Farm lore. That's a ghost of the ship, right? Do you believe souls or ghosts really exist? I don't know, honestly. I would have to think about that a bit more. I would need more information. I would need like more pieces of lore, you know, to like connect the dots. I would need more pieces to like finally connect the dots, but you know, maybe. It's fun to think about. We need more lore, yeah. The face really is creepy, yeah. It's not like a scary face. It looks kind of like normal, but the context around the face really adds up to the eeriness. Used to get sleep paralysis episodes and maybe hallucinate things in bed, and then things flying in the dark when I was a kid. Ooh, scary, scary. I have only had one case of sleep paralysis, and it was it was a different type of sleep paralysis than what most people experience, because in my all my experiences talking with people who have had sleep paralysis, it usually ended up being things like they were lying on their backs and then they wake up and they're looking around with their eyes, but they physically cannot move because their sleep brain has not reconnected and hooked up back to the nerves of your body. Yeah, right? And it feels like you're trapped inside your own body. And that's where like people start to hallucinate, like things sitting on their chest, making it difficult to breathe because you want to take a full breath of air in. You want to take a full inhale, but you can't because your body still is not reacting to this, the signals from your brain, right? My sleep paralysis experience happened when I was face down. And that was a little bit terrifying because I woke up and I was just in pitch blackness. Because my face was like face down in the pillow, right? And I was trying to breathe. I remember breathing in, but like it feeling very hot because like I would be breathing into the pillow and I wouldn't be able to move. So I'm there face down in the pillow, and it felt like something was like compressing me and squeezing me from the sides. And like I later realized, oh, I'm having a sleep paralysis moment. And it was only then I was able to be like, all right, I have to calm down and like physically remind myself, you're okay, you're in bed, nothing is gonna hurt you, it's just sleep paralysis. Take deep breaths slowly, right? And then because like you can't force yourself to take a deep breath, you kind of have to just take slower rhythmic breaths. But like telling myself like, okay, this is just a sleep paralysis episode, you know. Like you want to like deliberately to like slow down your breathing and like not let yourself have a panic. But yeah, that's like you, it's scary in the moment. It absolutely is. And I don't blame anyone for like panicking, but you have to realize like in those moments, like you are safe, you're okay, you know, it's gonna be fine. You're still in bed, and whatever the thing that you're hallucinating on your chest is, it's not there right now. It's not there. It's simply your body trying to come up, or it's simply your brain trying to come up with a reason why and explain things without knowing enough information, you know? Reminds me of a panic attack. I've had a few of those too. I used to not have panic attacks, but like ever since I've been getting older, I think I've become more susceptible to them. Also experienced with sleep paralysis, laying in the pillow unconscious, laying in the pillow but also conscious of what's going on. Yeah. You are not insane. You have to realize that it's a natural thing that happens, and it happens to a lot of people too, you know. My sleep paralysis demon doesn't have any form, but whenever I have it, I always hear a loud little demonic laughs laughing at me. Eerie. I think like for me, what has helped when it comes to like that kind of uncertainty is to write it down. Like for me, if I hear a noise, right, I'll just go ahead and like record on my phone and try to like imitate the noise. Like if I hear a chuckle in the middle of the night, I'll try to like imitate the chuckle and like put it down, you know, write it down into something and have like it physically there in my hand so I can look back at it and be like, all right, I'm going to look back at this experience, but with a lucid and sober mind that is not in the moment, you know? It was really scary that I couldn't look around. Yeah, it's because your brain has not connected to the two yet. I remember it being like, I forget what the proper phrasing was. There is like a system that like your brain turns off when you're sleeping so that it doesn't move. And like it's also a thing with like sleepwalkers where like your body is in motion because you're like your brain connects to the body again. Like, for the lack of a better phrase, it like plugs itself back into the body. And then it starts to move, simulating the actions and movements you do inside your mind, inside your dream, right? So if you're walking in your dream, your body will react to that. Normally, however, when you're dreaming, there's that disconnect. So you can dream of yourself walking, but your body stays still, you know? And it takes a little while for that body-brain connection to reform when you wake up. Fun fact about dreams, you can't read anything during a dream. So if you're having a scary dream, try to read anything or write so you can disassociate from the nightmare. Yeah, that's a good way to do it. That's a good way to do it. Absolutely. Yeah. I request that Shinri talk me out of my next panic attack. I hope you're able to remember just to like stay calm and remind yourself that physically you will be okay. What if you can read in your dreams? I've personally never been able to read in my dreams. I know things in my dreams, but they are, it's like meta knowledge and like experiences, but not dreams. You know, like if I had to think about a single experience, there was one experience where I was trying to read a sign. It was a very big sign, right? And I was like physically trying to read the letters of the sign, but they would constantly be shifting and changing. The weird thing was I knew what the sign said. I knew the sign said, if you want to live, you have to run through that gate. I knew what the sign said. I couldn't read it, but I instinctively knew what the message of that sign was. That's kind of how I read things in dreams. Like I genuinely don't remember actual words. I can't see words. They don't like hold enough form for me. But like when I see a thing, I'll like know what it is. Like another big thing for me is people's faces in dreams. There are no faces for me in dreams. If I were to show you a picture of what people look like in my dreams, it would be like someone took the liquify filter on Photoshop or Clip Studio, the paint program for Procreate, that one, right? If I had to show you a picture of what people's faces look like in dreams, right? It looks like someone took the liquify filter and then just like ran the brush all over their face. That's what it looked like to me, right? I will never be able to tell people's face, but I know who they are. It's horrifying? No. It's actually not that horrifying. Like, it's strange because like I'll see a figure there and their face will be completely contorted and distorted and you can't make it. It's like someone put a filter over their face and I just can't make it out. But I'll know that they're my best friend. And I will feel comfort being around their presence, you know? It feels like memories. Yeah. You can sense their presence and energy. Yeah. Like, you can't tell, but they're just, you know, I know the person is friendly. I know that they are someone who is close to me and will be there to keep me safe. That's the kind of like sensation I get in dreams. And that's kind of how it goes. It fits in along with the writing, the reading, and the signs. I can't read them. I can't look at them, but I know feeling-wise, it's a safe thing. It's telling me a message, you know? Your brain rationalizes a lot in dreams in order to keep you in. Yeah. One of the scariest things, in my opinion, there's a movie about it, is that they don't give you enough anesthesia during surgery, and you feel everything, but you can't talk to the doctors. Oh, that sounds horrifying. I'm sure there's there must be a movie about that. That sounds horrifying. I would not like that. Oh my gosh. I never remember my dreams sometimes, but I forget. The way that it's helped me remember my dreams is to have a notebook with you. Have a notebook. And then the moment you wake up, jot things down. Write down, scribble a picture, doodle a image, you know, anything that you remember, any single small detail, write it down. Maybe you don't even remember like a place. Maybe you don't remember what happened, right? But you remember a feeling, right? A sensation. Maybe you felt happy. Maybe you felt sad. Maybe it was just cold and you don't know anything else, right? Any kind of sensation that you felt, write it down. And then as you write down and you start paying more attention to it, it'll become easier and easier to have more vivid dreams that stick out a lot more. Write it down, draw it, scribble, do anything you want to like put it down onto paper. But yeah. Gotten a lot of story ideas from dreams. They often play like epic adventures from movies. Ooh, that's really cool. I think one of my favorite dreams I've had, this is one dream that I've had that has kept coming back since I was like 7 years old. And this is a dream where I am walking on almost like a desert-like plain. It's very empty. There's nothing there. It's very cold and it's almost like the tundra. And in the middle of the small valley is a giant chasm that's filled with water. And inside this chasm of water is a spiral like pillar in the center, and I just dive into it. And then I just keep diving and diving and diving. And there's like little fish with lights, there's glowing rocks and things like that, just all over it. And I remember the sensation of sinking down to the bottom, looking up and staring up at basically like a well-lit well. And just being completely engulfed in water. And then I would wake up. And then I would have this dream repeat at like every 2 years or so. I'll have the exact same dream. And then it'll follow the exact same story, exact same pattern. And I'll try to keep exploring more every time I go back. Like I've had the dream enough times that I'll be like, oh, it's that dream. I haven't explored this area of the pool yet. So let me go do that this time, you know? And I'll try to like find out more about what this place is and why it keeps coming back. The best thing I learned to help with the panic attack is to basically remember 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and play hide and seek with your senses. What are 5 things I can taste? 4 things I can touch, etc. Hope that helps. Gui, thank you. Thank you so much for the super chat. I hope that helps. I really do hope it helps. If it does help, please thank Gui for the advice. Grounding, yeah. Absolutely. Have you always been connected to underwater things, like having koi as a mark? Super interesting to see how it's been with you for so long. Maybe. I'm not sure if it would be a thing that I would like say I went out of my way for, you know? But I know it has been like just kind of there, you know, as part of like the things I have experienced. It's a weird thing to think about. Something like that. I apologize if that particular answer was not very satisfying. It's a very strange thing for myself as well. Kind of sounds like Frostfell from D&D. I can see that, yeah. Dream journal sharing streams when? Wait a minute. Okay, hang on. Do I still have my notes app? Because I had gotten into the habit of like typing in some of the notes into my dreams. Let me see. Where did I keep my notes? Wait, is it on my Google Docs? Wait, let me go check. Wait, should I check this right now? I don't know if it's safe to do so. I'll have to check later. I don't know if I can do that right now. Not to ruin the mood, but this is the convo we have when Shinri is not distracted by Minecraft. Okay, true. Sorry, chat. My brain is like very like one-track minded. Like if I see something shiny, I'll like get distracted by it. I think you've all seen me. Like I'll go around and be like, ooh, and like I'll try to explore that thing a bit more. But yeah, I will go look and see if I can find my old dream diaries and then just talk about some other things. There's a few that there are a few dreams that I know are very heavy and they talk about some very dangerous things. So I may not share all of it, but I'll see which ones I believe are stream appropriate enough to share. There's a few that involve how do I say this? There are a few that involve intentionally hard resetting because I got stuck in a dream that I knew I could not escape from. So I had to reset the dream to find a way to get myself out of it. But that's about as far as I can say it. But it was like a whole ordeal. It felt like a week. When I woke up, I felt incredibly exhausted. Like I just could not even get out of bed. I was sweating and all my muscles were incredibly sore. But like that was probably like one of the worst dreams I've ever had. But I remembered it vividly enough to go and write it down in my dream journal about it. So like that one I probably won't share. The unsubscribe loops. Oh no. I would like to unsubscribe from this dream. On membership from this dream, please, right? Spiral Pillar Koi Pond built in Minecraft? Ooh. Building the structures I see in my dreams in Minecraft. That would be really cool, actually. That would be really cool. I like that. Hercule, thank you so much for the super chat and the idea. I like that. Maybe, yeah, then I could give you like a visual representation of like what it looked like. Yeah. Give me just a moment, chat. I need to go type something real quick. Okay, I had to send a message to Flayon. Oh, Ko, thank you so much for the super chat. Made a story based on a dream I wrote down a few years ago. It was set at a house party. Looked back at it recently, and it wasn't that bad. Ooh, nice, nice, nice. I hope it was interesting. It's like a really neat, like, peek into like your mind and how there's just dreams that you have, you know, in the moment. Like how your brain kind of like puts all that together and then like visualizes for you in those dreams. You're the meme dog that says must not lose focus, most focused world. Yeah, I don't know, chat. I try, but it's very difficult for me to do so. Rarely I dream but want to do. It's a little too gory for me and I don't have any idea why. I'm not sure why, honestly. I have never really like figured out the interpretations or like the meanings behind dreams. There was this one dream where I was like trapped in, like, chat, do you guys remember that one scene, the little maze in Madison, where you're like inside the sewers and there are like walls that are really close on you and like Luca is traveling through it with a lighter, right? That scene. I have had that dream several times, but almost in the way like the Junji Ito comment, like the walls would slowly get closer and closer together the further I went, but I knew there was no way to go back. Like I just instinctively knew I had to keep going through, and it wasn't like a smooth hallway, right? It was like twists and turns, and every single time it turned, the hallway would get like narrower and narrower. I've had a lot of those dreams. I've even had dreams of like my teeth falling out and everything, right? But like I've never really delved too deep into like interpretations of those dreams. Like they never really made I've never really thought too much about those. Were you feeling a lot of pressure at the times you had those dreams? Perhaps. I can't really recall exactly what I was doing, like IRL, that would lead to that kind of dreams, but dream interpretation is pretty cool. It's like your subconscious saying something, right? I know it is trying to say something. I just don't know. I don't have the legend, the key, the translating book, you know? But yeah. I don't know, chat. Teeth falling out is either a loss or a big change. Interesting. Dreams are a sign of stress. Ooh. Hang on a minute. Sorry. Okay. I see, I was looking, because I have Flayon stream on the side. I've been looking at it every now and then. It's like, come on, Flayon, I know you can do it. I want to help him out, but at the same time, like, I don't want it to get stuck for too long, but yeah. But I don't know. It's weird, you know? Depends on the context. Sometimes what happens in the dream. Gotta get the dream lore and ask more questions. Oh my goodness. I wish I could just like go grab the person and be like, why are you giving me this dream? Why are you telling me these things? Why are you showing me these things, right? Dream lore stream idea. Ooh, that'd be very nice. I feel like it'd be just way too disjointed, you know? I keep having dreams where I sink in no concrete parking lots of childhood places. Ooh. I've only had like one dream pertaining specifically to like a childhood place, and it involves this like giant concrete slab that I like have to climb and jump off of. It's not like a very tall one. It's like about chest high for like an average person. I don't know why, but like the dream is just of me as a child climbing it and then jumping up and down. That's all. Like I recognize the neighborhood as like, oh, this is used to be the playground that I played in. Yeah, the wall, I guess it had like concrete, like bits and pieces of concrete. Hang on a minute. All right. like the wall has like this weird stucco texture to it that like doesn't really make sense. But there's like these giant concrete blocks. Okay, so the childhood playground, I have to admit, is not necessarily a playground. It's more like a construction, abandoned construction thing. If it wasn't a playground. It wasn't a playground. It was like straight up just like leftover like concrete and blocks and this and that. Like something abandoned like that. But like that's the dream I have about my childhood. The only reoccurring dream, wait, when you wake up in the backyard but the doors to the house are locked? I've not had that before. The only recurring dream I've had involves being my childhood. Lava slowly circling our house comes from watching Dante's Peak and the kid and the drama. Oh no. I really do enjoy like movie themed horror. Like not movie themed dreams, I guess. Not like horror dreams, but like horror movie themed dreams, you know? Ever have those moments where it's like an IRL and I've been here in the dream too? So many times, chat, so many times. I've had that moment of like, I've seen these moments in the dream, but like, the thing is, it's never useful. It's never useful things. I want it to be useful things. I want it to be like, hey, you dreamt about the Super Bowl lottery, no, super power, super whatever, the super lotto numbers, right? And you're like, oh, I can do that, right? But no, it's all the dreams I have that like are like premonitions even of like preconceived parts of the future. It's like I'm walking down the street and it's like, oh, there's a yellow car coming. And then I'll look over and the yellow car comes up like, aha, that happened exactly in my dream. And that's it. It just stops. It starts and stops there. Or like it's just some mundane part of my life that never really does anything useful. And like even if I had the opportunity to change it, like, oh, you know, there's like a step that I trip on, and then I look at it, and I'm like, haha, I'm not gonna get you. You're not gonna get me, right? And then I walk back, and like a week later, I'll forget, and then I'll trip. You know, it's always like just mundane things, right? I want scary deja vu. I want scary deja vu. Like I want to have like a sensation of like walking down like in the middle of a crowded mall, right? And then you're just kind of sitting there at the food court and you're eating your food with your friends, right? And you're looking around left and right? And then you just make eye contact with someone. And they're just there in a suit with a little hat. And he's just looking at you. And he's not blinking. He's not even eating. He's just standing there looking at you. Nothing is happening. The entire mall is bustling with life. Everyone is out there doing their own thing. Families are eating, but this one person is staring right at you, unblinkingly. You've never seen this person before, but somewhere you have a feeling. You know who they are. You've seen them. You've never met them, but you've seen them before. And then your friend taps you on the shoulder and you go back and then you look back over and he's not there anymore. He's gone. A little glitch in the matrix, right? A little bit of deja vu, something like that. But just those moments, like I want those, you know? Nothing scary, nothing overtly dangerous, nothing that like poses an actual threat to you. Just one of those like moments where you think, wait, what's going on? What's happening? Something like that, you know? Sorry to bring up the atmosphere, but it's happened to me purely due to the fact that I am human. Oh no. Okay, not that kind of being stared at. I mean, like stared at as in like the eerie kind of being stared at, where it's like a little bit supernatural. Something that's like not normal, you know? That kind of stuff. The spooky kind. Mm-hmm. Wait, you know how I know we're not in the Matrix? The food would be better. The food would be better. Oh my god, okay, fine. I agree with that one. Oh my gosh. Do you know what? Okay, my favorite. This reminds me of just like it's kind of tangentially related as like a spooky thing, but like, one of my favorite piece of like internet horror, like creepypasta, right, is the wake up creepypasta. Wait. Let me go look it up. That one is one of my favorite ones. Okay, here it goes. Ooh, wait, where is? It's the one where like you have to wake up, right? I have to find one that's like appropriate to say on the stream. Like, if you're reading this, you've been in a coma for almost 20 years. We're trying a new technique. We don't know where this message will end up in your dream, but we hope we're getting through. Please wake up. Like, that kind of stuff. Oh, like, I don't know, like, there's something about it, right? I don't know, like, there's that creepypasta is really eerie because, like, when you think about it, right, there's no way to, like, really verify that, you know? So, like, what if it is? What if all of this is in someone's mind, someone's imagination, right? And disassociation, disreality warning. If we find one, oh no, I'm so sorry. But yes, we got carried away with the copy pasta. But yes, that kind of stuff. Very scary, very scary. When is Shinri trying to wake up? No, I'm trying to wake myself up. That's why I had this shower earlier. Chat isn't real. Oh no. I remember a comic about like how was it a comic? Or was it just a creepypasta? Like someone was like trying never mind. This is just the plot to Inception. Sorry. I got my mediums. I got my like the media mixed up. It's just a plot to Inception, where someone was like, "Wait a minute, is this reality? Is this dream?" And then like Mallory was it Mallory? Like ends up waking up and she still doesn't believe it's real because she still thinks it's a dream. Like I just realized that's just Inception. Wait, when did Inception come out? Has it been that long ago that I just assume it was release? When did it come out? You're kidding me. It came out 13 years ago? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. 13 years ago. Yeah. So that's why, in my mind, anything that's more than 10 years ago, it like ends up becoming just not like a thing. It just becomes like the ancient memories, you know, the olden texts like that. That's what it ends up being to me. So that's why I thought Inception was some creepypasta from a long time ago. It's just a decade old. One of my real fears is being trapped in a dream or being unable to tell which is true reality. Okay, so chat, I have like a very specific fear about that, like not knowing reality, and it's also kind of strange, okay? But like that reminded me of like another fear that I have, okay? Hang on, I need to draw this one out as well, okay? Give me a moment. I'm gonna go and yeah, 13 years is very old. Oh, I think it's very old. Hang on, let me scribble this out real quick in MS Paint. But I have like a very big fear of like not being able to tell what is and is not reality. And this is based off of like real life things, and I can't use like pictures, so I have to like draw it real quick. Okay. Okay, and to change paintbrush sizes, and then okay. Oh, I should add grass for like effect. If you can't tell, hold your nose. If you're dreaming, you'll still be able to breathe. See, the way I did it was I just hard reset myself inside a pool, is what I would say. That's how I did it. That's how I tell, because I don't have like time. I mean, like, I don't have like the patience, I guess would be the right way to put it. Okay, I don't. So I just hard reset myself inside a pool in my dreams to see if that works or not. All right, chat. This. Wait, flip over. There we go. Nice. Okay, so my fear, one of my fears, okay, is this thing, okay, where if you see like a pattern in the real world, I want to continue the pattern in my mind because I can't tell if it's real or not. Okay, so right here, like on some biking trails that I frequent, there are like little those little what are they called? I don't even know what they're called. What? It starts with the B. It starts with the B. I forget what the word is. Bollards. There we go. Yeah, bollards. Little barrier things. Yeah. Bollards. So I have a whole there's a whole bunch of these bollards, right? But they're removable bollards. So like sometimes like the park service will come out and like take them out, and then they'll drive their like park like maintenance cars and stuff on the trail because like they need to, right? Otherwise they'll put the bollards back in so that other people, like just general like civilians, can't like drive their cars over the trail, right? I have a fear because I can't tell what's real and what's not because of my dreams. If a bollard is removed, I still avoid it. Like I still go between the bollards because I like in this one, the dotted line here shows a bollard that's been removed. But in my mind, I can't tell it's reality or not. So I still have to avoid it. I don't risk like biking over it or through it. I just have to go around it. So like in this image, I would still like swing by between in the little space between it rather than going over it, even though I can see it because I can't like trust my eyes, if that makes sense, you know? Like there's something about it that I like, I don't know why. For a few things out there in reality, in the world, I can't trust my eyes with them. I don't know why. We need a hard reset emote. No. No. Someone's gonna come in and be like, why are all the Koi Panions like spamming this one emote called hard reset? And it'll be like me on the top of a cliff in Minecraft looking down, and everyone's like, hard reset, Shinri. Go and hard reset. Like, no, absolutely not. Oh, like that would be, imagine imagine like the example we would be setting for everyone. Oh, they wouldn't know, they would understand what it means. It's so terrifying, right? The call of the void, right? Oh my gosh. But yeah, I don't know, some part of my brain, I don't know, it's weird. I just can't trust things, you know? Maybe it's because of like some like hidden childhood trauma that I've had a long time ago that like I can't trust my own eyes. But like this kind of fear when I don't know reality or can't really tell, that's a thing. What is it? The little inception test that they do with a little the spinning top thing or like the dice roll, like I tried the test and I don't know if it works or not for me. I can't trust it. But yeah, if it's separate hard and reset, it's gonna be people just spamming hard. Oh no. I'm just gonna like, I'll just be like, and then chat would just like flood just a hard, like, oh my god. Oh my god, they would just, yeah, that would be a mess. I can't do that. That would be terrible. Yeah. There we go. See, we're seeing it live happening right now, exactly what would happen. See, this is why we're not going to have those emotes, okay? We're not going to have those emotes. I do have like an intensify emote because I really like it. The emote, one of the emotes I have is like intentionally blurry because I like blurry. Okay. I don't know when this happened, right? But at some point, internet pictures stopped becoming about clear focus. Wait, here, let me put this away so we can talk about this, right? It's a separate subject. All right. At some point in internet history and culture, meme culture, photos stopped being about clear quality and became very crunchy, right? And I love blurry emotes and blurry images because they convey a sense of energy and action. Like if you see a picture of a cat, right, and it's very clear, it's like very pristine, right? You can see the texture on the whiskers and it's very cute. You're like, oh, cute cat, right? But if you see a blurry picture of a cat, that cat is like zooming. You can feel the energy coming from that, right? I think one of my favorite emojis or images of this is the Lucio frog, right? If you type in Lucio frog speed boost, okay? There's like, it's a picture of a frog in a hand, and then the second picture is a frog jumping, but it's like caught right at the moment it jumps, so it's like super blurry, right? And you can see the Lucio, like the line, speed boost, like I love that. I think that's absolutely hilarious. So like the blurrier it is, the more energy and like feeling it conveys. Like if you search for it right now, you'll see it. It's exactly what I'm talking about, right? And the people are like, oh, but I can't tell, I can't see how like clear the frog is. You can't see the pores on its skin or whatever, right? But like something about crunchy, blurry images is just absolutely hilarious, and I love it. If you paint and learn about hard and soft edges, it's what you're trying to emulate. Maybe. I am not an artist though. I leave that up to my emote artists and all those. So we do have one emote that is intentionally blurry because I like the sense that it conveys energy and like extreme movement. But yeah. You can't really be sure of reality, but in reality, you can be sure that you were in a dream. Ooh, interesting. But that's only like retrospectively, you know? What if you're still actively in the dream, you know? All right, chat. I think we may have to call it here. I am feeling a little bit tired. We did a lot of talking the past couple of days. And this was a very nice Zatsudan, but I do have to get ready, make some more final preparations for tomorrow because we have a few more things that we need to get to. And I'll be spending most of tomorrow morning because we don't have any morning streams over the weekends. I'll be spending that time preparing for stuff. I don't know if I want to spoil it or not, but it'll be more of what I normally do, but just like sillier. So hopefully it'll be interesting. I think the big thing that I have to warn everyone about is that it'll start at 5 p.m. and we will be reversing our order, is the only thing that I can really say at the moment. It starts at 5 p.m. Pacific time, 8 p.m. Eastern, and we will go for 4 hours, 1 hour for each of the boys, but we're going in reverse order. It'll be, during our debut, it was Bettel, Flayon, Hakka, and then me. So we'll be switching the order backwards. So it'll be me, then Hakka, then Flayon, and then we'll end with Bettel. So that's the order that we'll be going on. 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern, and then the boys all have their own like things scheduled and like plans. So yeah. Anyways, yes, that's tomorrow. Okay, chat. Thank you so much for giving me a couple of your hours today. Where I'm a little bit sad that we weren't able to finish Faith, but I will get that scheduled in for next week, and I'll have a new schedule posted sometime Saturday night or Sunday morning, just to keep everyone in the loop. But otherwise, thank you so much, everyone. Koyasumi. Have a great day, and I can't wait to see what all the boys have in store for you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye, chat. Bye-bye. Koyasumi. Koyasumi. Oh, wait. There we go. Alright, chat. I'm looking at the list of boys currently streaming, and it looks like Magni has a Magmite review stream that he had put up on Twitter, currently going through some people's Magmite like art, I think. Like people drew clothing on the Magmites. It looks very cute. I would love to be able to share that. Alright, so we'll send everyone over there that way. And then I hope you have a wonderful time over at Magni Stream, checking out people's community submitted Magmite clothes. It looks like clothing. Alright, again, koyasumi chat, koyasumi.